Hey guys, Rockingtheblade here once again. What's up, everybody? Well, today on the new Nintendo Direct, we had a new, it was Fire Emblem themed this time around, because it talked about nothing but the upcoming Fire Emblem games that is coming out, not only this year, but next year and beyond. So, let's get started with the first one being Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of, I think Veridity, I believe it's called. But I do know it's the second Fire Emblem game that came out for NES. Because the original was Marth, and there was the one that came out afterward is the one they're doing a remake of. So yeah, this is a remake. So this is the first. So unfortunately, unlike Awakening and Birthright and Conquest, you can't create a character. You have these two main characters already there to play with. So unfortunately, you can't create a character. Kind of stinks, but same time, kind of want to experience how it originally was with those characters. It looks good. It looks great. How how Birthright and Conquest look. Looks very polished, very clean, very smooth. It looks good. I'm very interested, and also comes out May 19th, which is funny. It comes out a few days after my birthday. My birthday's on May 14th, so I consider that, I guess, a little bit of a late Christmas. Not Christmas. Excuse me, birthday gifts. That's the word. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It looks really good. Also, the one thing they added a minute ago, ooh, that's interesting. You go dungeon crawling. I remember at one point, one of the characters running in a dungeon, and he run into a person, and then it cuts into the battle. But I find that interesting. So you do kind of like dungeon crawling, kind of like what Shin Megami Tensei does with its game. So it's very interesting. I can't wait to see what they do with the dungeon crawling, where you solve puzzles and whatnot. I don't know. That remains to be seen. But it has my attention. It's very interesting. All I ask is they put a casual mode for us casual folks. That's all I ask for. You know what I'm saying? If you want, if there's all, of course, I know they'll put a hardcore mode like they did before with Awakening, Birthright, and Conquest. So, for all you hardcore fanboys saying us casuals are ruining the franchise, don't worry, they've been putting it so far, so that doesn't stop now. So all I ask is they put the casual mode for me, so I can enjoy the game's story, and enjoy the game overall, because I don't want to worry about a character I really like building up that just dies, and doesn't come back. So, I don't want to worry about that kind of stuff. So yeah, so there's that game. It's coming out for Nintendo 3DS, and it looks to be fantastic. I can't wait to see what they do with that game. All right, the next one is obviously the new Nintendo systems is coming out with the Nintendo's coming out with a new system with the Nintendo Switch. They come out with a new game, Fire Emblem game for it. Yeah, that's when they come out. There hasn't been a Fire Emblem on the system since Radiant Dawn, which was back on the Wii. So now they're doing another console one, but unfortunately, that won't come out till sometime in 2018. Hell, there's not even a title. All it says is Fire Emblem working title for Nintendo Switch 2018. So at least we're finally getting one on the console. So that's a good thing. That's the really, really good thing. Alright, so that's that pretty much. Just nothing to say, but hey, this is good. Too bad the Wii U version, the Wii U couldn't get like a Fire Emblem game, sadly. They technically did it with the Tokyo Mage game, but that was more of a spin-off than an actual game in the series. So, that's how it is pretty much. I wish we did get one, but since the Wii U could have went the way of the dodo because no one was really buying it, I understand why they want to focus on their next with the Switch. So, I understand. Okay, next one is going to be came out of of course, how could I forget? Fire Emblem Heroes. Or no, Warriors, excuse me. And it's like the Hyrule Warriors game, it's Dynasty Warriors, but this time with Fire Emblem characters. They showed a little bit of footage. It shows the whole Chrom take out a sword and just Chrom slashing a whole bunch of guys, then doing a really, really cool special. And it says coming soon and shit. So it's coming out this year, I believe sometime in the fall, but no specific release date. But yeah, that's the thing. And like I said before on my podcast, I was telling Koopa, since they've done Hyrule Warriors and the way since Fire Emblem's gotten more mainstream to the casual market, with Awakening, Birthright, and Conquest, You know, they have more more memorable and more recognizable characters people will know and recognize. So they should make that should be the next Dynasty Warriors game. And Lord behold, that's what they're doing next. I'm like, and I called it too. I'm like, you know what? That's the next one they should do Nintendo wise. And man, they're doing it. So and when I get the Switch, that's gonna be a must buy for me on that one for sure. I look, even though they show a little, even though they only show a little bit, but those kind of games are always just mindless fun. So I can't wait to see. I can't wait to put my get my hands on it and stuff. And finally, last but not least, the last final game is actually a mobile game, which I'll be wondering what I'm recording. I'm recording my Samsung Galaxy Phone 7, by the way, not the notebook, or that's the one that goes boom boom. So I have the regular Galaxy 7. So they're doing a one for both Android and iPad and iPod, you know, or Android and Apple devices. The Fire Emblem Heroes, that's the one. It's called Heroes on mobile. Excuse me. So how is it? It looks pretty good in my opinion. It's a little chibi-ish though. When it goes to the combat, I kind of wish it looked like more detailed, but you know. It's I mean, it's not that. I mean, I could probably get past it. Also, considering the fact it is free to play. I know when you hear that word free to play, it's like, oh, great. Are there microtransactions? Unfortunately, I hate to say it, but there's microtransactions in this game. However, they do make it, but it's one of those things like you can grind to you know, either A, get a certain character, or B, build up that character to be more useful in combat for you. And the one thing I do like about this game, ultimately, besides it being free, obviously, but I do like the fact that not only that, but when your character dies in combat, the character you're building up, they won't, you can't use them until the next fight. So that the casualness of Awakening is carried over, which, that's cool, which is fucking tastic. I love that. You know what I'm saying? You know, as you're building up this character, and the enemy gets a lucky crit, and oh, bye-bye, Crom, you're dead forever. You know, that would suck. But yeah, and the cool thing about it, this game embodies all the Fire Emblem characters you know and love, from, you know, not only Awakening, Birthright, and Conquest, which I know, sheesh, make a drinking game out of the time. That's how many times I said that in this video so far, sheesh. But you know, I love those games. But you know, you get like Fire Emblem characters from Roy's game, from Marth's games, from Ike's game, and so on and so forth. So, you know, you can play with all those legendary characters, do like an ultimate team, and build them up and just kick ass and take names. Also, if you want to like train them up to make them be better, there's an arena thing coming out. But, you know, there's a case you have the money. I think how to make it seem like you can do it without paying. But if you want to just like do it right now, there's that option for you if you want to do it right now. It kind of sucks though, Nintendo's putting microtransactions here though. It's kind of like, really, Nintendo? You're better than this. You don't really have to do this kind of stuff. I mean, it's like kind of like, you know, Super Mario, like the Super Mario Run game. Like, you don't need to like there's all microtransactions on that one. That one, to me, my opinion, is perfect. They should have like done it like how Super Mario Run was, and just do it like that. You know, so that way pay a high price. That way you have to worry about the microtransactions. But you know, at least if one looks like, you know, it's there, it doesn't like, oh, it doesn't ruin the game. You can still get the characters you want and even build them up to be great. So I do like that. You know, it's not like, oh, well, you're stuck with that boopy character and you can't make them better. Sorry, you have to pay to get another one. So I do like that option. So it makes it seem like you can if you want to, but you can't play the game legitimately and get the character and build them up legitimately. So I do like that. And also, I gotta say this as well. If you're into American voice acting, during the conference, I mean, it started out with, you know, Japanese, you know, characters talking, and eventually, Yuri Lowenthal took over and started talking for the rest of the Fire Emblem conference. If you're wondering who that is, that's the guy who plays Sasuke from Naruto. Yeah, I'm like, that's so cool. So I don't think he's there. I don't think that's a coincidence. I think he's either gonna be, he's probably gonna be in one of these games. But if you're asking me, Rockingtheblade, what do you think he's gonna be in? I think he's gonna be in the Fire Emblem Echo game that's coming out on the 3DS. and yeah, on the 3DS. So I believe he's gonna be probably the main guy character for that game. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the first one he did talk about. So I don't think it's a coincidence that he was like talking, the rest of the games at the conference. I think he's like one of the main characters on the remake game that's coming out in May. But oh yeah, and one more thing before I say my final thoughts. The Hyrule Warriors is also going to be on 3DS as well. So if you're like, oh, there's like, for example, you don't want to get on the Switch, you don't want to get a Switch, or you can't get a Switch because of, Nintendo's pre-ordering system, but you have a 3DS, good news, they have the game also for 3DS. So you're not like, oh, well, it's only for Switch, so you're out of luck. No, so Nintendo's being smart and like realizing, no, not everyone's going to have the Switch right away to play that game, so they put it for both the Switch and 3DS. So that's like small. So that's a smart move on Nintendo's part. Good on you on that, Nintendo. And that's it. That's it. Overall, my final thoughts. I think it's cool, man. They're expanding the Fire Emblem universe. They're doing a remake one, which like I hope they have the casual mode because I love to go. Because apparently there are a lot of Fire Emblem games in Fire Emblem history. I love them to just do remakes and then I'm just experience like the old classic adventures with other characters so I can grow to like, besides Chrom and Robin and Lucina and stuff. I can have more characters I can grow and grow and journey with and love, and love because of how amazing they are. So I just hope they keep doing that. Want to switch on Fire Emblem being on the console, and that's awesome. And again, if they have the casual mode they did with with Awakening, then again I'm there. And mobile has it, so I'm there for mobile for sure. I'm gonna at least give it a chance, and at least do a first impressions on it the best I can. And of course the Dynasty Warriors Fire Emblem, aka Fire Emblem Warriors game that's coming out. I'm looking forward to that as well. It looks to be fantastic. I can't wait to get my hands on it and play it. I can't wait. I know I'm gonna have a blast, and I just can't wait. I'm so excited for that game. Alright guys, so that's it. That's my video, guys. What did you think of the Nintendo conference? Did you watch it? Did you enjoy it? What game are you looking forward to the most? Please write in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on what Fire Emblem game you're looking forward to most. Oh yeah, if you're wondering what game you're looking forward to the most, until we hear that that Fire Emblem game that's coming out in May is casual mode, I want to say that one, but until that is been confirmed, I'm gonna put money on Hyrule Fire Emblem Warriors. That's gonna be my one I'm looking forward to most for now. But if they do confirm casual on the remake one of Fire Emblem Echoes in May, then I'll definitely look forward to that one more, because that was like more of a spin-off, or this one's like more like a remake from an old story, and I love those Fire Emblem stories because they're really, really well done. So let's see how that one plays out. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. And as always, this is Rockingtheblade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Peace out.